I'm Lizzie Nolan, and I'm here with Sindhu Rajan, and we are doing an interview on health and technology with Meet Advisors. Thank you for watching, and today we're going to focus our conversation on diabetes and health, digital health innovations. Dr. Rajan is an expert in diabetes. She spent the last 10 years researching the field. Can you tell us a little bit about Prana and what you guys do?
At Prana Diabetes, we provide a service to help people with diabetes and pre-diabetes manage their condition successfully.
And what does that mean, successful management of diabetes?
An NIH study, a landmark study, 2002 diabetes prevention program study, proved that diet and exercise alone can prevent or reverse diabetes. It's a classroom-based study, 1 year long. Despite the huge success of DPP, the beneficiaries have been a few individuals who are able to attend the classroom-based education for 1 whole year.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a scalable solution. American Diabetes Association estimates that there are 30 million people with diabetes in US alone and 80 million with pre-diabetes on the way to getting diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
So how can a classroom-based study for 100 people can handle this? What we do at Prana Diabetes is to scale the success of diabetes prevention program. We bring the salient features of DPP to millions of people with smartphones.
Okay.
That's in one word what we do.
Great. So tell me about the technology itself. How does it work from a consumer standpoint?
Yeah. So we bring a holistic approach to diabetes management. We take 16 weeks of core DPP curriculum, which is delivered to our user's cell phone in bite-sized pieces.
Okay.
We have other components we integrated with our program, which is not part of DPP. Like, education alone is not enough. We need accurate tools for managing your diet and exercise, which is crucial for diabetes management. So we have a very visual, dynamic interface for tracking your diet. We give every user an activity tracker or an activity to track their exercise. Exercise can be as simple as taking a walk around the neighborhood, but you need to be aware of it.
Right, measuring your steps, that kind of thing.
Exactly. But the awareness increases your motivation to exercise more.
Great.
So that is how the same with diet. Mm-hmm. You need to be aware of what you are eating. We don't set goals for our users. You set your goals yourself, but you need to be aware. That is, we have built a tool for that. Our platform is called StopSugar. So you can use that to track your diet and exercise. And the third component is peer support. For managing chronic diseases successfully, you need peer support. So we have a platform that encourages peer support and accountability. Mm-hmm. And the fourth component, which is very essential, is to connect you and your progress with your healthcare professional. So we built a dashboard for diabetes educators or physicians so that they can look at your progress and give you personalized feedback. So this way we bring all components essential for diabetes management in one place. That's StopSugar.
That's great. So it seems like education is a really big piece of this.
Yeah.
What would you say are some of the best innovations for medical education from a consumer standpoint recently?
Yeah, education, you can get a lot of educational videos on YouTube. It's nothing special.
Right.
But what we do is unique and no one has done it. Since diabetes prevention program curriculum is very well thought of, it's very good for behavioral modification, designed by 150 best minds in US and sitting in the form of PDF in CDC's website, we decided to make use of it.
Right.
We took the core points of this 2-hour class and then we made it to a 5-minute video delivered to your phone as a MMS.
That's great. So
That
each
nobody has
user
done.
gets that.
Each user gets that when you join, and week by week it will be different topics. So we cover exactly the same topic, but it will be delivered to your convenience. You can look at it. It will be on your face. You receive it as an MMS. You watch it. Then throughout the week, we text you, we focus on that topic. End of the week, just like DPP, you have a crossword puzzle or a quiz to make sure that you understood. And then we move on to the next week.
So it's truly interactive.
It's very interactive. We bring two-way communication. This is the only way we can scale the success of DPP. So it's not random education. We are not educating you on what's happening to your pancreas or in a very abstract way. We will tell you, how can you be a fat detective, for example? Fat is very hard to, as you know, it's hidden in your food.
Everywhere.
It's everywhere, it's hidden.
Right.
So you need to learn that. That's how we do it. We don't innovate our education. We are using what is the existing curriculum of DPP.
Yeah.
And that is where it's unique. And our technology platform is the state of the art, mobile technology. And education is only one component of it. Our diet tracking is also very unique. The way we built it is very unique. Every food you eat is a color-coded tile. And when you are finished with your plate, for the carb plate for the day, you're done eating your carbs. So this way we make it very visual, very dynamic, very easy to comprehend. We've given a lot of thought for that.
It sounds great. It sounds like Prana's doing really interesting but consumer-focused things for diabetes education. I want to switch gears a little bit and talk about how you were able to start this company in a place like Chicago. What support have you had from the community, and how did you get this company up and off the ground?
Well, the idea has been around for a long time.
I'm sure.
But the courage to do something and taking change in your career after a certain stage when you're not in your teens or early 20s. It requires courage, but I had the self-confidence that I could do it. I also have a very supportive team. Our CTO, Greg Cook, is great. He built the platform. So I didn't do it alone.
Right.
The second thing is I didn't know how helpful Chicago could be. Everybody told me you have to go to the West, you have to go to the Valley. But I can't. I have my family here. I'm not free to pack and go. But Chicago is great. We started from 1871, which is a great place. Then we went through an accelerated program for social businesses. That's an impact engine.
Okay.
At that point, I knew that we have a future. So my co-founder and we went through the whole program, 16 weeks program, which was fantastic. They invested in us, and we got all the training we need to start a scalable social business. And now we are a member of Matter, which is an incubator for healthcare startups. I think Chicago has everything you need to build and be successful as a digital health company.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. Okay, so 2 more questions. My next one is about being a female entrepreneur. How has being a woman affected your ability to grow this business, in Chicago and otherwise?
Well, I can't talk otherwise. I come from an academic career, so women suffer there. It's nothing new, so I'm used to being a woman and struggling and be there. And I think it's very important that you realize you can do it, being a woman, and it's not something bad.
Right.
And if you are assertive, if you stand up straight and very articulate, I think being a woman is not a problem.
Right.
But I have to say, at times, it's men negotiate better, and there are some skills you need to realize that you have to learn and do well. Only one thing I feel is all the events and the cocktail hours, everything parties, everything after 6 or 7 makes it a little harder.
If you've got a family.
Exactly, a little harder, especially for a woman. I don't think some men think of it that way, but I find it a little harder, but I have learned to deal with it because I have a very supportive husband.
Oh, that's good. And a daughter at home, right?
Yeah.
That's great.
But it's possible. Being a woman is not something that should hold you back.
Yeah, well, never.
Yeah, ambition and courage is not only for men.
Yes, agreed. So my last question is, what inspired you to do this? If it's a digital health innovation or, the field itself, but what made you want to take this journey?
As you know, I'm Indian. Diabetes is a huge problem in India because of the increase in purchasing power and changing lifestyle habits. A lot of my family members have diabetes, so it's very personal to me. And I wanted to do something more than treating diabetes in mice. That is how we started this, and it has been a fantastic journey so far.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming to interview with me
today.
today.
Thank you very much, Lizzie.
Thank you to Meet Advisors for having our show today. And again, Lizzie Nolan with Helix Health and Wellness. We are a telehealth company that focuses on the self-management of chronic illnesses. And my interviewee, Sindhu Rajan, and she is the founder and CEO of Prana Diabetes. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you on our next show.